So if you make a couple $100 on your YouTube channel, putting out carnivore stuff and sources and studies and whatnot, that's going to be a little bit extra money in your pocket, you know? And you can still do your own job and make all your money while doing this on the side.
All right, let's do a mic check.
Once you get the videos, they're good forever. Whenever somebody has a question, you just link the video that has the answer they're looking for.
All right, let's do a mic check. I think it's good. I can hear myself, and no, that's the outside mic check. I want to see internal echo. I can hear myself, yes, and we have an echo, so we're good. We're good to go. Okay. So, let me just watch my own show so that we see incoming messages. Okay. Who is she? Am I a subscriber?
You remind me of this conservative Gen Zer who I demolished in a debate named Amala Eknambi. Honey,
the comments are about to light up right now. Oh my God.
Amala Eknambi was someone that I destroyed in a debate.
I didn't know who this bitch was until she made a video about me.
Damn.
She's obsessed with me. I'm like, you could never.
Oh.
You could never.
Oh.
Don't compare yourself to me. We're not sisters. We're not friends. I don't with you. You are an Aunt Jemima ass bitch. You wrote.
In my opinion, I think she's a snake, and I think that she cannot uphold her own. I was firsthand in front row. You destroy her in a debate.
She's a grifter and her fifth are whack. You're basic as fuck.
Yeah, she is.
All right, guys. I've been made aware that a group of people got together and began to talk shit about me. And luckily, it was filmed and posted on the internet. So we're gonna have some fun content today. Now, this video is from the Transparency Podcast. I think it got a total of 303 views on YouTube as we're speaking about it now.
She is an angel. Wow.
But many people, I guess, have clipped this moment where they're talking about me and posted on other platforms. So I've seen some TikTok circulating. I've been getting tagged quite a bit. So I figured, I got time today. Let's go ahead and respond. And you're going to see some familiar faces. You know that trans guy that got like wildly upset at Ben Shapiro and flipped the chair around to talk to him? He's going to be here. That one girl who didn't really hold her own when she was debating Charlie Kirk. She's in this video as well. And then Blossom. We all know and have feelings about Blossom. I appeared in a middle ground with Jubilee where Blossom was on. We debated one another. I then invited Blossom onto my channel, which has been brought up in this video yet again. So we have some receipts on that. And they decided to bring me up because, as you all know, the girl who debated Charlie Kirk, if we want to call it that, looks kind of like me. Like, let's be honest, if you have two eyes and they're working, we look alike. So I think that is what sparked this conversation. And it's a fun one. So let's roll the clip.
You know where I'm about to go with this.
Do I?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You know.
Oh my God, Blossom, no.
I have to say this, and this is a very opinionated show, by the way, so everything we say here is our opinion. You remind me of this conservative Gen Zer who I demolished in a debate named Amala Eknambi. Honey,
the comments are about to light up.
Amala Eknambi. Okay, you know what? I can't be upset about that. My name is very confusing, and it's been mispronounced in many a million ways, so I'll allow it. Eknambi is a new one, but I'm cool with that.
Okay. Oh my God.
Amala Eknambi.
Apparently I got demolished. Guys, did you guys even tell me I got demolished in that debate? We're going to have to talk a little bit more about this. I think it comes up further, but let's see what the Charlie Kirk debater girl says about it.
Someone that I destroyed in a debate, in my humble opinion.
She's going to watch this and be like, oh, gotta make it.
Clocked, 100%. Your radar's on. I had time today.
Have you ever been compared to Amala Eknambi?
So I didn't know who this bitch was until she made a video about me.
Damn.
She's obsessed with me.
No.
And she compared us in the video, and honestly, I was so freaking pissed. Amala, you could never.
No.
You could never. I'm sorry, guys. Let's be for real right now. So I need to put her in full screen so that you can see that we legitimately look alike. I mean, anybody with eyes. You guys were telling me this when I was getting tagged in this when the video originally came out because we look alike. So if we're just gonna be logical, we can put that out there and say that. I don't know why you'd be upset about it. Now, as far as making a video about her, I think we did an entire live where we responded to some of the things that these people debating Charlie Kirk had to say, and of course she was super viral on that. So we did cut a clip. So yes, girl, I'm obsessed. Want to bang?
Oh.
Don't compare yourself to me. We're not sisters. We're not friends. I don't with you. You are an Aunt Jemima ass bitch. Oh my gosh, and I just asked her to bang, and she doesn't with me. Gosh. Damn it. You, bro. And if you want to keep talking about me, you should come and talk to me. I would love to debate with you. I think that would be such a cute kiki. Okay, Pookie? That's so funny. I wonder if she's serious because, of course, that like with leftists who are upset about something you've said or something you've done, there's like this underlying condescension where you're like, are you really being real with me right now? Or are you really willing to debate? Because you're welcome on the channel anytime. You can pick the topic. And since you're very upset about something I've done or who I am to some extent, please go through my videos, which it seems you've already done. Find a topic that you're particularly perturbed about, and we can have it out and we can debate, right?
So the you call these shades? They're like bluish, and she has blue here and blue here. And a guitar and an old stereo set, like an actual veneer. What do you call the old discs? I don't think this works. I doubt this works. Maybe it does.
Right here on the channel. You are welcome anytime, even with the attitude. You're welcome here.
Yeah,
I hate that girl. She's a grifter. First of all, she used to be a Democrat. She switched over for the money.
Yep.
I know people call me broke. That's the brokest shit I ever heard.
So when we made Buck Angel cry?
Yeah, but Buck Angel had no tears. I kid you not, Buck Angel had no tears. So here's my side of the story. With this particular episode, originally, Amala had asked me if I would debate other trans women on there, conservative trans women. I was like, sure, we just did the episode. So literally maybe like a day before, she switched it up and brought Buck Angel on there. So I wasn't fully aware that he was on there.
Which is a completely different
It's
thing.
a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pause the video. There are a few things to address here. It's interesting that they refer to somebody who's changed their mind as immediately grifting or doing something for money when we know, like on both sides of the political aisle, there's plenty of money to be gained with whatever political affiliation motivation you have, you can make bank doing this in whatever way you see fit. And it just goes to show that if you think somebody changing their mind or becoming more conservative when they used to be a Democrat is an immediate grift, like something's askew. Either your brain is not calibrated to understand that people change over time and that their minds change, or you are so oriented towards grifting and maybe seeking out validation and other things for your political opinions, and then you're projecting that out onto other people. Those are just a few of the conclusions I can come to with that accusation. But we're going on like what? In 2018, I sort of realized, oh, maybe the Democratic Party is not for me. Maybe I'm not a leftist, and we're in 2024, babes, nearly 2025.
Marx himself wrote his book because they paid him to write the book. It was under contract. So, I mean, which is, I mean, a book of complete disinformation. If you ever read Marx, it's just pure disinformation.
So, I mean, I'm dedicated to the grift, I guess. And people change their minds all the time. I never look at somebody who is conservative and then becomes a leftist and I think you're grifting for money, even though they may find success on the other end of that. They may build an audience on the other end of that. I'm thinking, oh, I'm genuinely interested about what life experiences you went through that have led you to this other bit of ideology.
Oh yeah, this is blue as well. And I guess there's some blue here. I think she made sure there's blue in all these things.
Because that's what these ideas are about at the end of the day. It's our personal analysis, our own experiences, and how they orient us towards certain political affiliations. And I'm not affiliated at this moment in time, although I would say I'm definitely right of center. So it's just interesting to hear this grifter accusation. I do feel like it's something that a lot of people lean on when they don't necessarily have an argument against the things that you've said. Because thus far, I haven't heard a particular statement that they are upset about. Now, Blossom says that she was invited onto the show under false pretenses. She had no idea that Buck Angel was going to be.
So my video from yesterday got a strike. Let's go to the studio, YouTube studio. We had a strike for copyright. I guess we can go to content. Live. This one. This video contains copyrighted material. As a result, it has been blocked worldwide. So see details. Because of the Saturday Night Live? Trim. It's less than a minute. It's half a minute. I don't care. Save. This process might take a while. After your video has been trimmed, we will update any viewing or monetization restrictions. The video will remain in its current state until this process is complete. Trim. It's half a minute. They couldn't just, like, they should do this automatically. Like, save choice for next time, just automate it. Just let me know that it's been done. I guess I should close it. Anything else that's maybe like that? Not in a while. This one. Again, Saturday Night Live? Select action, trim, continue, preview. No, I don't want to preview the video. I just want to preview. Oh, this SNL? That's a waste of time. Okay, in progress. All right, anything else? How long was this video? They don't let you know from here how long the video is. More. The day the earth stood still. Can we trim it? Save, trim. And this one. The day partial. Select action. Erase song, replace song, trim. Remove the claimed song. All right, continue. Save. Mute the claimed segments. No. Let's trim out segment. I don't want to take a chance. I don't have time for this nonsense. Save. Trim. For both, I guess. I don't know. What else? This guy. Again, the day the earth stood still. Trim out. Save. Trim. We're done. Next. Nothing else. Copyright. The content that you claim on your video doesn't affect your channel. This is not a copyright strike. Then it's fine, okay? All right. Partial copyright. What is that? Trim out. Save. Trim. Next. What else do we have? Oh, we need to go into our Discord. We didn't go into our Discord. Unlisted? Yeah, I remember this one. Maybe I should relist them, because these were good debates against vegan gains. 1 second. Let me sip my coffee. One. And two. Let me plug in my computer. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the unlisted videos. Public. Public. Preparation. Anyone with a video link. Yeah, this can be made public. Why is this private? 2.5 hours. Probably private information was revealed. I need to cover it up. 55 views. Yeah, veganism videos are very popular. 500 views debating a vegan on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I need to go back to all these private videos and figure out why I made them private and publish them. I need to fix them. And this, why I made this age restricted. It's usually kids that watch vegan videos and are most influenced. Copyright, yeah, but no strike, okay. Oh, I guess I can just, there's no way to filter? Filter restrictions? Copyright. What is a conspiracy? Yeah, this is still blocked from yesterday. That's fine. These are not blocked. This is, yeah, these I took care of already, I think. Okay. And in the video section, what removed? Only you can see, but why was it removed? Oh, yeah. Only I can see it? I don't think I can see it. Okay, so this is the original video. This is my first time debating. Oh, Mr. Predator, you have a comment. You privated videos. Yeah, I privated videos where there was either personal information, my personal, somebody else's personal. Like one time I was talking to a bunch of Muslims, and during the conversation, I realized that their lives, they might be, executed because, anyway, so I privated a video like that, or if my personal information glitched. So that's why basically or if, yeah, basically that's the reason. There's no, like, if I lose a debate, I don't care. That's not a reason to private a video. But if somebody says something that might reveal my identity or somebody's identity, then I would either, usually just private the video. Good question. Okay. Yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna take a break because I need to go poop my pants. But before that, let's listen a little bit more to her.
To be on the show. Now, this is a lie that Blossom has thrown into the world on many an occasion after coming on my show, and I have to think that it's because she wasn't particularly happy with how the video panned out. But for those of you who need it, full screen, here are the receipts, because we had to address this in another video. You'll see here, Amla Nobi, I'll be in touch, and this is me messaging Blossom. Say, hi Blossom, it's Amla. I wanted to talk about getting you on my show. Are you still up for that? And Blossom is like, hell yeah, I'm up for that. Hope you're great. Yes, absolutely. Now in the very next text, I say, great, I will start a group chat with you and my PR person to coordinate. Shout out Sabrina. Sabrina's a bestie. And I said, we are going to have Buck Angel on as well. And Blossom says, okay, perfect. Even after the show, when she came in and filmed everything, I took photos of Blossom and Buck and the whole experience and sent them to Blossom because we had a very amicable, like, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you, like, sort of coming into the lion's den in a sense of being willing to be on a show where you don't know exactly how things are going to go. And I imagine some people would think, oh, maybe I am going to be attacked, especially with how woke ideology is being, propagated throughout the world these days. A lot of people constantly think they're being attacked. I wanted to make it the most amicable environment possible. Let you know at every turn who's going to be there, what we're going to be talking about, and to have that flipped and to have somebody lie on the other end and say that I was creating an environment that, let's be honest, would be pretty harmful. If I reached out to a trans person and said, I want to invite you onto my show for a very amicable conversation or maybe a heated debate where we go back and forth, and I didn't let them know who was going to be there, and they genuinely felt like this was a surprise attack of having an antagonist show up after you've been invited somewhere under false pretenses, that'd be pretty fucked up. That's a pretty wild accusation to make about somebody. But you guys know we keep it classy on the channel always, so we know that didn't happen. But to tell the lie, and then I make a whole video with receipts about it, and then you tell the lie again, I want to be charitable and think that, sometimes, and I think people who are oriented towards these sets of beliefs and these identities truly believe that they've experienced something traumatic and they maybe convince themselves that's actually what happened in order to, sleep soundly and feel better about the experience. So maybe that's what's happening here. I don't know, but I'm going to show the receipts. If somebody's going to lie, you just got to do it. Okay.
Thing is,
Who is that?
this thing,
Conservative trans man, porn, ex-porn star.
he's a fool. He's a damn fool.
That's a crazy conservative trans man.
Yeah, he was a character.
Also doesn't like to pay his bills. Remember we had an episode because we actually invited his ex-best
So
friend.
he was a character that
You invited his ex-best friend on the show. I don't know about their drama with Buck Angel, but I do implore all of you to go and watch the video, any video of Buck Angel's, or any video, maybe even the video where Blossom and Buck Angel appear on my channel, and watch the true emotion pour out of Buck Angel as he's explaining his transition, how it has negatively impacted him from a health perspective, what he wishes other trans people and people who are struggling with gender dysphoria to hear before they make these life-altering choices, and literally brought to tears, not over anything that Blossom said, but his own experience and like the own peril that he's faced with this identity crisis.
Okay, it's very interesting, but let's see. The downfall of Mike Israel. Why does grab your popcorn? Biden's unflagging support for Israel. Live with Scott Horton. Jesus Christ, the man that doesn't stop disinformation. Oh, 1 second. Let me listen to a message. Okay, 1 second. Let me respond. All right. So they cloned her. Yeah, that's what I hear. Let's see what he says. What, no audio? Why is there no audio? The face of evil is here. Yes, the face of evil.
Yep.
How are you?
What are you doing? I'm good.
What are you up to?
Nothing. I just saw that you were.
All right, guys. Happy Monday.
The VC.
You saw that I'm in the VC. You didn't get the notification that I'm live streaming?
I don't think so. Why would I get notified?
Are you a subscriber in my YouTube?
No, not on this account. No.
I see. Anyway, what are you up to?
Nothing. Nothing. I just saw you were on. Just laying in bed.
So, what's your opinion of Javier Milei?
I don't know who that is. Where is that?
He is the Presidente de Argentina. He's the guy that had a chainsaw during his campaign, and he's cutting
Red tape.
cutting a lot of stuff. And
You know the guy.
what?
I don't know the guy. Can you send me a link?
A link to what? A link-
Javier. Javier. How do you spell Javier? Is it Javier? I just go type in president of
You,
Argentina of
it's
Argentina.
it's spelled
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I've heard of him. Yeah. Is he like an anarchist? Somebody said he was anarchist.
Yeah, he's like an anarchist.
Yeah, he's kind of
He
cool.
calls himself a libertarian, but he's pro-Israel, so he doesn't like him and libertarians are like he doesn't hate them, but they ignore him.
Yeah. I mean, who cares about them anyway?
Yeah,
They're very incoherent. Yeah. A lot of libertarians are fake. You know what I mean? They're not real libertarians. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that. I would say like when I say libertarian, I basically mean Tom Woods. Are you familiar with Monsieur Tom
No, let me look
Woods?
up Tom Woods. I've never heard of Tom Woods.
Never
Weird.
heard of Thomas Woods? How is that
What's that
even?
guy? That's weird. Is it the Mises Institute? Okay, I'm not familiar.
You're not familiar with the Mises Institute?
Oh no, I've heard of them, but I'm not familiar with Thomas Woods.
Yeah, Tom Woods is. I used to listen to all his shows. I never missed a single
What is his
show.
book? How the Catholic Church Built Western Civilization. The Politically Incorrect Guide to American History. Diary of a Psychosis. How public health disagreed disgraced itself during COVID mania. Okay. Meltdown. A free market look at why the stock market collapsed. And the government pilot would make things worse. And I don't want you to make things worse, but maybe.
What?
The Great Facade.
I
Bad
can't
and
understand
Jews.
what you're saying.
I'm
You're
reading these titles. Just give me a second.
Yeah, but when you
The
read
regime
them,
of novelty in the
you
Roman
might as
Catholic
well
Church.
read them clearly so I can understand what you're saying. Because
My
you're
throat is
mumbling.
sore.
I'm trying to understand you're mumbling.
My throat is sore. Oh my God, what happened?
Your throat is sore?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
La 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 la. Uh,
So, what are you up to?
what am I up to? Nothing specific. I'm still confused by Bell's inequality and Bell. I need to actually
Have
study
you changed sides? Are you on Bohr's side now?
what?
Are you on Bohr's side? Have you changed sides?
I'm trying to avoid it, but I don't see a way out. You can't deny. I mean, there's a limit to how much I can deny experiments. Bell's experiments, Bell's tests, they. I mean, Einstein himself apparently said in 1909. This is 25 years before the EPR paper. He said that if Bohr is right, then the universe is filled with these connections. It's a strange universe. We live in a universe that is. There are these connections, weird connections between entangled particles. So the whole universe is filled with these connections. It becomes a very strange universe. From a very coherent, simple, mechanical universe, it's transformed into this universe in which every two particles that ever interacted are forever entangled. And this entanglement is instantaneous across infinite distance. across black holes. It doesn't make any sense. But this is the result, That's just one problem. The other problem is that particles don't have a state until they are measured, which makes no sense. What does that even mean? We don't even know what that means. No one knows what that means. But
I wonder if there's any analogy of a thing that doesn't have like a fixed state. Like you think
wait,
of
I
a
can't.
ball and
I
it's
can
like rolling
barely.
around.
I can barely hear you. So speak louder,
I don't know
clearer,
what to do about that.
slower.
But
Louder,
if
clearer, slower.
there's like a ball, right, and it's like
Yeah,
rolling around,
yeah.
well, it doesn't have a definitive state because it's moving. Right? You think that it's just because
No, that's not the problem.
it's something like that? Like,
No, that's not the problem. No, nothing moves. According to Einstein's special relativity, nothing ever moves. It's all relative. You can observe something moving. That's your observation. Right now, you can claim to be stationary in the universe, and anything in the universe that is moving, that's their problem, but you're not moving. So it doesn't mean anything to move. Movement has no definition according to relativity. So you cannot escape this fact that movement has no meaning. So there is no movement. So that's not the issue. The issue is that a particle does not have a state until it is measured. That is what the EPR paper comes to resolve. And instead of resolving, it ends up discovering entanglement, which is even, it's just as bad as superposition. When you thought superposition is bad, EPR comes to resolve superposition. And it ends up not resolving superposition, but also discovering entanglement. So not only superposition is true, meaning a particle does not have a state until it is measured, and that's not enough, but also any two particles that ever interacted are forever entangled, so that any measurement you conduct on one of them, you immediately settle or better settle the state, or you can immediately predict the measurement of the other across infinite distance instantaneously. I mean, the universe becomes a complete mess. So every particle needs to keep track of all the other particles it ever interacted with. How do you keep track? It's like there's a principle in physics that says that you shouldn't need to know the history of the universe in order to predict the future of the universe. But according to this, from observing the current universe, you cannot predict the future universe. So the universe is. Anyway, this makes the universe, I mean, much worse than it was. It was bad enough. I mean, the universe is difficult enough to understand, but now because of Bell's proof, it becomes much, much worse, beyond belief. And that's why you see physicists who come up with the multiverse, the many world interpretation, and I don't know what else. Many world is bad enough, and the smartest people believe in the many world. So what can I do? And they say they're just following the math. I cannot disagree with them. Are you following? What?
yeah, I am. Yeah.
Right. When you first listen to Sean Carroll present his many world interpretation, you don't believe it. How can such a smart guy he understands all of physics, how can he say something obviously so wrong? But it's honestly inescapable at this point. I mean, it's my job to disprove it, and I'm unable. So, I mean, except for what we're looking at right now. I don't know if you can see it. So I came up with this diagram that's supposed to resolve the
Is the
issue.
diagram on the stream or is it in the whiteboard?
It's
Like what I'm
both.
showing you.
It's both. You don't need to join the whiteboard. You can look at the stream. Um, this diagram. So the original thought. I mean, this is the original thought. Wonderful. The original thought is that. Are you watching the stream?
Yeah, watching the stream. Yeah,
Amazing.
it says Harry Siegel's liar.
What?
M multiplied by B equals min or something. MB equals min.
MB. Yeah, but I'm looking at the top part first.
E.g. of
This part. Why does it move every
B is
time?
down.
Look, what we see here, we have particle A and particle B. Right? There's two particles. Let's say one is spinning this way, therefore the other one is spinning this way. They're entangled. Their spins are entangled. They were created from the same parent particle, so they're spinning in exact opposite directions. But we don't know in what direction they're spinning. There's no way we can ever know. This is unknowable. There's no way we can ever know this. But you put A through a magnetic field that is north-south, up and down, and you do the same with particle B. They're separated, they're far apart. And right, because A is basically pointing up, it's more up than down. Therefore, it's always going to be measured up. So it's always going to be measured up. 100% of the time. This is the first approach. 100% of the time it's going to be measured up because it's more up than down. So it's always going to be up. So far, so good. Are you following?
Yeah, yeah.
But now I'm telling you, let's just talk about particle A. So I'm now telling you 50% of the time we measure particle A to be up. How do you explain that? In general, not this specific particle, but in general, every time we create a new particle A, it's spinning in some arbitrary direction. We measure it. 50% it's up and 50% it's down. How do you explain that?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What do you mean? How do I explain what? Like this is how it is.
But
Should we explain it that?
it's straightforward, right?
Yeah.
Would you what?
Sure.
You said of course?
Yeah, if it's 50% of the time up and 50% of the time
I
down.
can't understand what you're saying. You're mumbling quietly away from the mic, so I don't know what you're saying.
No, I'm talking into the mic. I don't know what you want me to say. I just have a sore throat. I don't know what you want me to say.
You can, if you can speak into the mic slower, clearly, and not mumble, so it would be better for humanity. Like, I mean, the last sentence you said was very good. I could easily understand it. Nevertheless, anyway, right? But you would say it's straightforward because, well, we create particle A arbitrarily and it's spinning in some arbitrary direction. So some of the time it's going to be pointing towards the upper half of the universe. Half of the time it's going to be pointing towards the upper half of the universe. That's why 50% of the time it's going to be measured up. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, but now I'm telling you that whenever we measure particle A up, we always measure particle B down. And the assumption is that A and B are entangled and A and B are pointing in exact opposite directions. Does that make sense?
Yeah. There's a relationship between them. Yeah.
Yeah, the relationship is that they are both products of the same parent particle. Since the parent was not spinning, therefore the children must be spinning in exact opposite directions in order to conserve angular momentum. So if A is spinning this way, for example, therefore B must be spinning in the exact opposite direction. And since we assumed when A is pointing towards the upper half of the universe, it will be measured up, therefore, since B is pointing in this example towards the bottom half of the universe, therefore B will be measured down. Do you concur?
Right. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, but now we're going to change the angle of measurement, right? So we measured A in a magnetic field up and down. And we measured B also up and down. But now we're going to measure B 1 degree offset. We're going to rotate the magnetic field by 1 degree clockwise. So instead of measuring B up and down, we're going to be measuring B a little bit. Like B is now not at, right, it was at 12 o'clock. So this is 12 o'clock and 1 minute. This is 1 minute past midnight on the clock. So there's 1 degree we rotated the magnetic field, the device that emanates the magnetic field, we rotated it by 1 degree. And again, we test particle B. We test A and B. What do you expect particle B to be measured as in this case? Let's say A is measured up. What do you expect B to do in this case?
Imagine it's probably going to be down, right? Like 49.7 of the time.
I can't understand what you're saying. It's going to be measured down 49.7 times? What?
Something like that, right? Yeah.
49? Until now, whenever A was measured up,
Oh, sorry. Was it 100% of the time
yeah,
normally? Oh,
yeah,
sorry. So like 99% of the time.
very good. Yeah. So, and that is what happens. So when you switch the magnetic field by just a tiny bit, you expect a change. What if I told you that this does not happen? There is no change. In the for 1 degree, there is no change. If you look, I think I have the paper here. How would I move this? Yeah. So here is can I move this to the right? Yeah. let's hide this. Okay, this is the data. The white dots, so what you just predicted is the blue line. What you're saying is, if we shift the angle by a little bit, we expect a little bit of change. As we rotate the angle, we expect the percentage to change linearly. Would you say that's fair or that's wrong? Would you expect the change to be linear or not linear?
Well, I thought a minute ago it would be linear, but I had forgotten about this graph.
1 second, let me just put this over here. Let's look at this battery. Tracking the battery so they don't explode on my face. Okay. All right. All right. So the question is, what do we expect? Do we expect a linear change or a non-linear? Non-linear means, like, for 1 degree, there is 0. This is the red line. For 1 degree, there is no change. Or is it the blue line? For 1 degree, there is a change. Is the change linear or is the change like a cosine? This is actually, the red line is the cosine squared of half the angle.
Well, I think that the test results seem to align with the cosine half the angle.
Right. But the problem is, this is not cosine of half the angle. Cosine of half the angle gives you this. Gives you, right, it goes from 0.25 to 0.75. It doesn't reach 1 and it doesn't reach 0. 1 second, let me just make sure that my stream on my phone is live. Okay. So this is cosine of half the angle, right? And there's nothing yet I've been able to do to make this stretch all the way to 1 and all the way to 0. So I don't know. So the way that the red line was produced, I mean, I still have not been able to even produce the blue line. But anyway, but first let's talk about the conceptual. Let's talk conceptually. So based on this concept, based on this theory, if you change the device by 1 degree, what do you expect the results to be?
Based on what? Right?
Based on the theory that if the particle is pointing towards the upper half, it will always be measured up. So in this case, it's pointing towards the bottom half of the universe. So it should be measured down. But we're not measuring up and down. We're measuring 1 degree off. But we know from experiments, that in 1 degree, still nothing happens. There is no change. It's basically 0. In the beginning, it's basically 0. Can you explain this 0 based on this theory? Based on this theory, can you explain this 0? Can you explain that nothing changes initially?
I don't know enough about it to explain it.
No, it's a simple theory. I mean, the theory is very simple. It says that The magnetic field is up and down. The particle is pointing towards the upper half of the universe, therefore it will always be measured up. Notice that even if it's almost at zero, it's right, this one it's pointing almost to negative 90 degrees. Would you still expect it to be up 100% of the time?
If that's the result.
No, we don't know
Yeah.
the result. This is a theory. We can never know the truth. That's one of the problems with quantum mechanics. We can never know. It's impossible to know how the particle is spinning, because when you interact with it, it only responds by going up and down. All we see is up and down. We send particles through, half go up and half go down. They don't smear out. Half go exactly all the way up and half go exactly all the way down. There's no way to know. We don't have a way to know. Even right, this experiment is 100 years old, basically. This is called the Stern-Gerlach experiment, or the Stern-Gerlach apparatus. We still don't know, after 100 years, we still don't know exactly where an electron, for example, is pointing its spin towards. We still don't know. All we know is that when we pass it through a magnetic field, it either goes all the way up or all the way down. They all conglomerate. Half of them conglomerate or coalesce at basically one point at the top, some point at the top, and half of them go all the way some point to the bottom. There's no distinction. There's no way to find a distinction between them. But would you say, right, the theory, right? So we come up with a theory and we say, well, it depends on where it's pointing. If it's pointing anywhere up, it's going to always be up. Even when it's pointing almost at negative 90 degrees, it's always going to be measured up. That's the theory. So there is no influence. It's not influenced by the angle. The angle is not a parameter in the equation that internally describes the reaction, if it's going to go up or down. Do you understand my question?
Yeah, I don't know the answer.
Nobody knows the answer. Nobody knows what's going on. I mean, we're at the frontier. We are at the bleeding edge. You are right now the most knowledgeable there is in the known universe. So it's up to you. If you can't crack this, then we're doomed. This universe is doomed.
I'm trying to think of an analogy of something that is also like this, and I can't really think of any. It's like if I put effort into like pushing something, like a car, like in the beginning, the car doesn't really move, right? 'Cause I'm not exerting enough force.
Exactly. Right. Nothing in the universe reacts linearly. There are no linear reactions. There's no such thing as a linear reaction.
Right.
But this thing is okay, fine. Yeah. Let's say there are no linear reactions. So what? How is this related to this? We don't know what's going on. All we know is the statistics. This is 50% of the time measured up, 50 down. This guy, 50 up, 50 down. When the magnetic fields are aligned, they're always anti-aligned. They're always measuring opposite directions. But when we change the magnetic field, when we change the direction, initially nothing changes. Initially
It's going
it does.
dead. I'll chat to you later.
Wait, what?
My phone is going dead.
Oh, see you later. I'm gonna go. Bye.
Bye.
Anyway, I'm gonna take a break. Yeah, this was a good discussion. It's very good to talk to people, especially the face of evil. The face of evil is very evil, and that's a good thing. It's always a good thing to talk to the face of evil. Anyway, I'll take a break because I'm pooping my pants, pooping my panties, my pantalones. All right, I'll catch you later, everyone. Maybe I'll leave this in. No, I'll leave this. Leave this, and I'll catch you later.